Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's Failrace episode with Secton on GTA 5. Now, they are minding their own business, driving around the streets of Los Santos, as you do. Notice the flying Jeep. Okay, car's loaded a little bit wonky, this does happen, but as it hits the ground, we're going to suddenly turn into a buffalo. I presume something to do with the way the game is loading stuff in, but still, I can't say I've ever seen a car insta-change like that. It's very peculiar. We're sticking with GTA 5 up next. Some racing with a perfectly synchronised spin between a pair of classic sports cars. Hit the bumps, got a little bit tangled together, but yeah, perfectly synchronised is impressive going. We head on to Horizon 5 with Sprinkles next. Racing a Porsche, gets things wrong, carries a bit too much speed, runs wide, ends up over some rocks and goes for a roll. Now, this does happen on Horizon, and I've seen rolls that carry on for longer than physics reasonably should let them. But this might be a new record for a car that just doesn't know when to stop rolling. We're still going. It's not being reset because it's going fast enough for the game not to kind of count it as needing resetting, and we're still going, and then it finally does land. I've seen the whole weird keep rolling before, but I don't think ever quite that long. Stadium next on Horizon 5. Now, we've had at this particular track, the AI is getting confused and having a vehicle launch in reverse in the past. It does apparently happen here. This time around, though, it's the vehicle directly in front of the player, and as they go to avoid said Bentayga, they find a rock and go for a front flip. I mean, it's wonderful sabotage from the AI, just perfectly positioned sabotage from the AI vehicle in all of that one. Leonardo up next on Dirt 5 is racing in the sort of big old trophy trucks. They're having a good battle here over the sort of podium positions, if you like. Now, we've seen wonderful weird physics balls before on Dirt 5. This is no exception. There's a small bump, and the yellow truck managed to land on the nose of the player vehicle, and just physics freaks out and decide they should all have a crash. Timmy up next on GTR 2 is carrying just a little bit too much speed into a corner, can't get stopped, and we're going to go for a roll for good luck. Camera doesn't quite know what to make of said roll. I also love that I was fully expecting it to roll on the grass, but no, it waits and waits and waits, and it's off the grass, and then we go for the roll. Amazing stuff. Tadam up next on Farming Simulator is driving around a pickup truck. Now, we all know what funky stuff the physics engine can do in this one when it wants to. It can get a little bit crazy. This time out, though, we have another rather perfectly timed roll. Well done. Went to take a shortcut. I don't think realised there was sort of a dirt bank there, but it was very neatly done. I think that's the least glitchy, weird stuff I've come across on Farming Simulator in some ways. Tack is up next on F1 2021. And this is also with a weird glitchy roll for seemingly no real reason. Just opens the DRS, goes to head through turn 1, and the game decides the car should be upside down and throw it in a wall. It is very odd. Mike is up next on Automobilista 2 at the start of a race here at Watkins Glen. I mean, this track, difficult at times, and the AI car bounces over a curb, causes an absolutely monumental accident, but it's only one car, amazingly, only one car off the start line that gets into a huge amount of trouble. However, the vehicle we're riding on board with then gets just pinged, it just gets fired away from the McLaren. I'm not quite sure how that one happened, but it did. Bad times occurred. Craft up next on Beam is trying to do a time trial. I mean, not a great start coming out of the start line to find an AI car, sure. Heading up towards the next section, AI car just decides to park in the middle of the road. I say not even in the middle of the road, in the wrong lane. I don't know what it was doing there. And then everyone crashes, and then the time trial's ruined. I mean, it was ruined almost immediately, but that's got boxed in. Amazing stuff. Up next, we have just Sky Pickup. Why not? Why not have a Sky Pickup just randomly? It didn't spawn the AI car in way too high up. It landed, bounced, and positioned perfectly on the roof. That is a hell of a car hat. We move to R Factor 2 next with Unusual Infuriation, doing some oval racing. Now, it's not the most uncommon in this game when there is a little bit of lag for vehicles to drop in and out of visibility. Something happens on iRacing, I think, as well. The problem that you get is the vehicles are still there, and at some point they are going to ping back into existence. But you've got to keep driving, not knowing when and where they're going to ping back into existence. So, as you expect, yes, they ping into existence. Two cars occupy the same place, and the car we're riding on board with goes for a very, very big crash. There is a very, very big crash, and that will be the end of the race for that car. Yeah, not helpful. Definitely a full course yellow for that. We move finally on to SnowRunner. Now, SnowRunner, a wonderful game, and often many problems can befall. This truck has got stuck in a puddle. Has managed to rescue itself with a winch. It's trying to, I presume, trying to tow this trailer of logs. The other truck is trying to help the stricken vehicle. Problem is, the game has had enough of their shenanigans, and while the truck falls over on its own accord in the puddle once again, as soon as this vehicle goes near the trailer, physics decides to make their life way more difficult. All the logs can get thrown everywhere, and the trailer can now not only fly across, but also rest itself on top of the stricken truck. I've seen weird physics balls in this game before, but that one is just so mean. It's just so unnecessarily mean for ruining your day. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm glad it wasn't me, because yeah, that would be annoying, that one. But there we go. That is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via a Google form. That'll be in the description. All the rules and how it works can be found on there. That, though, shall be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.